hey, but it's weird though because the last two times this whole tunnel thing, I think is really cool looking. Wasn't there? I think I really like the cartoon aspect of it. I mean, they still do like it doesn't justify like paying more money through StreamYard and stuff. I know they'll change a little something like you can't no longer play. You might have like videos locked in there. You can't play them no more. But they have so much stuff in here now. I have to go through it and see what's all available and stuff. I just don't think it's worth. Unless you're a professional podcaster, I don't think it's really worth paying extra money. If you're like I don't know if that'll help you any if you're a successful podcaster, or I mean like super super successful, like or you could like pretty much with your pay thing you have 10 people in your room. If you pretty much keep 10 people in your room in daily business, then I can understand that. So they have that. Anyway, Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to review another thing from Into the Void, life, death, and heavy metal. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. When I saw ads Into the Void, I didn't know exactly what it was. So I made sci-fi. Because there's a movie called The Void a while back. Of course, the Black Sabbath song Into the Void, and a very bizarre movie Into the Void is from 2009 or something like that. And when was our open up? I'll never forget how it opened up. Like it's like conversation, right? It's just a couple like leaving the room and walking down, and they walk. Also, you notice they're in the middle of Japan. That'd be cool. I'd like to do that. Check out the crazy world of Japan. I mean, probably would help me. I don't learn no language. It's mostly I'd probably be only speaking one English speaking one there. That'd be cool. Anyways, Into the Void. It was episode 3. It's an 8-part, 8 episodes. I've done a few so far. I mean, the first one I did them out of order. Wendy Williams, and I thought I'd do the Randy Rhodes one, and then that one from Enemy, and then also the one we're reviewing today, that Judas Priest on trial that they got like that's that they have Chuck Schuldiner for Death. That's an interesting one. That is Iranian metal band, and what else was there? Iranian metal band. Oh hell, the girl from Hellion, and also the story about Dimebag Darrell. I've never seen it on the news. That was rough. It was rough. Anyways, this episode takes us all the back way back in 1985. I remember the whole satanic panic thing happening. I mean, cause I was I love heavy metal. And the big thing with that, and also the PMRC, I know Megadeth did a song called Hook and Mouth. I'll never forget, I was home. I know my mom was home, but I don't know if she was awake or not. She had the TV on her room, and it was playing Donahue, and I was out making something to eat for breakfast. I'd watch Donahue out there, and they had the PMRC on there, and they're going over all these records that are supposed to be really bad, like Judas Priest, Defenders of the Faith. Well, of course, that Darling Nikki song, Sugar Walls. I remember that CD. That song's dirty. What else was there? There's other metal songs, though. You know what I mean? But I just want my mom to see, like, you know how to get this. You know how to get this. You know how to get this. How to get this. And it was a good episode. I liked it. And they had like lots of other things, like stories on 2020 about backward masking would be like recording something backward. If you play it, if you recorded something backward, you play it backward, it'll say, send you a message and stuff. Or just satanic tracks and music, satanic stuff all over the place, like Pokemon, Dungeons and Dragons, a big deal. They made a movie called Maze of Monsters. And I did a I did a chick track about Dungeons and Dragons a long time ago, which is really good. And yeah, they did a whole they call it Maze of Monsters about Dungeons and Dragons. And they're going to say like back then it was like responsible for introducing people to Satanism and all this other stuff, right? And the one thing of Dungeons and Dragons was like I said, that movie Maze the Monster. I saw it And I saw it on TV. Most people just remember it's on either cable or something. It's like public domain. I saw on TV it had Tom Hanks in it. And that's the first, because I remember seeing him in Boots and Buddies. And this is like a CBS late night movie or day of the week movie. And then, like, first time I've seen him in a serious role. You know, he played that character from D&D that became obsessed with the game, right? And then he ended up saying, I can't break away from this reality. He actually thought he was his character and stuff. I think he ended up dying and stuff like that. Good movie. But that's back whenever that stuff was, everything was taboo, everything was bad for you, you know. Anyways, he came to Judas Priest, and there was a trial because I guess there's these two kids, right? They loved the band Judas Priest, and they bought this album, and they decided to unalive themselves to them. So I have to speak in like YouTubeese, they say unalive themselves the right word, and the album's called Stained Glass, which I'm not really that familiar with that album. The other albums, yeah. And I know I buy the Judas Priest. And they said, "Hey, do you know guys who committed suicide to that?" And while I was in the other fellow soldiers, well, I heard something about, it, but they found guilty. And they said, "No, they weren't guilty." It said, "No, Satan worshippers," you know. But this is about the two kids. Well, it was like murder. I mean, unaliving and attempted unaliving. Because one kid shot his mouth off, one kid did it, and he was messed up. His face was horrible after that. I couldn't imagine. It's bad enough that what you wanted to do didn't go right, but it's bad you have to live with all the pain afterwards. That'd be so horrible. I couldn't imagine. Um, I couldn't imagine either way. And what they said was that Judas Priest was responsible for this, so they brought them to trial. And they said they wanted to save the trial. They said like there was like this whole like crusade and stuff. He said literature is protected by free speech. And I guess they were analyzing the record, and then they found like a little snippet saying "Do it, do it, do it" if you play a certain speed. And then that was the one that got them into the. They really kind of hooked the case for him. And it talks about how like they and basically like the a couple of like the one of the friends of the kids that analyzed themselves, and then like oh, just like court people, the people responsible for the trial. The people helped defend them, and the people were in the trial. And it was really interesting. It told you how the exact way they did it, though, and it was more like a serious, but very interesting movie about the court case and how that could possibly end. And what is the end of what? End ignorant free speech. That's what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I'm not sleepy. I'm in a good mood. I was gonna do this. I was gonna do this last night. Like, forget it. I didn't. But I wanted to make sure to watch it again. Really interesting show. I think. I mean, I like what they're doing with with all the other stuff so far. With the episode of Into the Void. Now I gotta watch. There's other stuff I gotta watch. Only Murders in the Building. I'm way behind on that too. Way behind. I want to watch the Ed Gein show. He sounds pretty good. I've seen a bunch of Ed Gein movies. Trying to think. Well, Psycho is based on Ed Gein, so Psycho counts. Texas Chainsaw, Three on the Meat Hook. They're all like the Texas Chainsaw movies related to that, you know. And the movie is Deranged, which is really good. One of the best movies about that. And I think it's eight episodes. I watched the Jeffrey Dahmer one, so I got to watch that too. But I mean, I really liked that version of Void in the Void. Judas Priest go to the trial. I think I really like the stuff that Copilot's doing for me right now. Oh man, oh that's so cool. Okay, hold on, let me see. I'll show you my Happy Halloween. Okay. Okay, that's good enough for me. Happy Halloween. I like that. Tell my Happy Halloween thing. Hold on. This is funny shit. Yeah, good. Halloween good. I'm really happy with my thumbnail so far. I mean, I didn't mean to have that one person in there, but I think it's kind of funny. I love it. Interior. Oh, you spelled enter wrong. You spelled enter wrong. Oh no, no, no. Oh, no. Oh man, you spelled enter wrong, man. Go back, you spelled enter wrong. Enter wrong. Man. You make the monsters more melted. Make the monsters more melted. Thanks, buddy. Good. Yeah, good. I'm gonna keep this one though. Yeah, good. Good. Yeah, good. Not melted. Yeah, melted. Sorry. That's the I gotta keep that one too. I think that's funny though. I think that's hilarious. Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Let's see if it comes up with. But no, I really like that Judas Priest on Trial. It's really cool. If you're up on your metal, you want to know about metal, especially stuff that I mean you haven't seen in a while. You know, did I spell Priest wrong? Let me see. Oh, I did. Hold on. Gotta go back and shoot up and fix my mistake. Good. I love that. I love that. I love the thumbnails he's making for that stuff. So cool. New Halloween one. Did you do a Happy Halloween one? Yeah. Good. It's up for it. Okay, I don't care. Let's spell it right. Good. That's funny. Good. Oh my god, that's awesome. I mean, I really like that. I don't really know the album Stained Class that much. I don't think I even listen to it that much. I listen to more like Defender of the Faith or Rock and Roll or another thing coming. I don't think I listen to Stained Class that much. Me. Pretty cool though. I really liked it. I think it's a good show. Let me see if we're in face doing Happy Halloween. Almost. Enter. Okay, okay, there you go. He fixed it. He look all melted though. Yeah, that's cool. No, I mean that's good enough. I think. Let me click on that. See what it looks like. Okay, here we go. All right, let me see where I'm at. I'm gonna share this too. I think it's funny. Do. I'm electric. I'm electric. Do. I think that's hilarious. I would keep it for my Halloween one. I'm gonna use both of them. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. I have some Halloween made some Halloween stuff. It might be kind of cool to do that. All right. That was awesome. Like I said, I really like that episode 3 of In the Void of Judas Priest on Trial. It's very informative and very educational. So I hope you like this video. Bye. Until next time, please take care of Legion. Right on you, baby. Good. And you, baby.